Okay, let's get into it. Today we're looking at some info from Mr. Cool AC and Heating about indoor air quality, IAQ, specifically for homes right here in Houston.
Right. It's something we don't always think about. We focus so much on temperature, staying cool.
Exactly. But this material points out that the air inside our homes, especially with AC running nonstop, is, well, it's a whole other story.
It really is. The source calls it kind of like a hidden issue. Your home feels safe, but it can actually be concentrating pollutants.
Pollutants. And the AC just spreads them around.
That's the idea. Since the system is always moving air, it's circulating whatever's in that air, often tiny stuff you can't even see.
Okay, so what are we actually talking about here? What kind of hidden culprits does the source say are common in Houston homes?
No, they list quite a few. You've got dust mites and their droppings, big triggers for allergies and asthma.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's pollen and outdoor stuff. Even if windows are shut, it gets pulled in by the HVAC or we track it inside.
Unclosed pets.
Right.
Makes sense.
Definitely. And pet dander, of course, if you have pets. That causes reactions for a lot of people.
And living here, humidity is always a factor. I bet mold is on that list.
Oh, absolutely. Big one. Houston humidity is perfect for mold spores.
Okay.
They love damp spots like inside ductwork or around the AC coils.
Right, where condensation happens.
Exactly. Breathing that in, not good for your respiratory system. Then you have VOCs, volatile organic compounds.
Okay, what are those from?
Everyday things, really, like paints, cleaners, new furniture, carpets. They release gases, can cause headaches, dizziness, that sort of thing over time.
Anything else?
Yes, also combustion byproducts. Think carbon monoxide. If you have gas appliances like a furnace or water heater that aren't vented properly, that's a serious safety issue.
Wow, okay.
And just general dust and debris that builds up in the ductwork itself, the system just blows it back out into your rooms.
That's quite a list of things potentially swirling around us. So what's the actual impact? How does breathing all this stuff affect us day to day?
Well, the effects can really add up. If you already have asthma or allergies, poor IAQ makes symptoms much worse. More coughing, sneezing, congestion.
Yeah, I can see that.
But even if you don't have diagnosed conditions, you might notice more allergy-like symptoms. Itchy eyes, runny nose,
Just feeling kind of cruddy.
Exactly. General discomfort, feeling tired, headaches. It can even mess with your sleep. Plus, there's concern about potential long-term health risks from constant exposure.
It just sounds draining, honestly.
It can be. And here's something important. The source points out it hits your HVAC system, too.
How so?
When ducts are clogged or filters get overloaded, the whole system has to work harder to move air.
Ah, so it's less efficient.
Way less efficient. It uses more energy, so your bills go up. And that extra strain causes more wear and tear on the equipment itself, so it impacts your health, comfort, and your wallet.
Okay, so it's a problem, but thankfully the material from Mr. Cool also talks about solutions, right?
Yes, they do. They mention several professional approaches, things like professional air duct cleaning to physically get that gunk out.
Makes sense.
Precision air balancing is mentioned too, which helps make sure air is flowing correctly everywhere in the house. That helps efficiency and comfort.
Okay. What about filtering?
Big one. Advanced air filtration systems. These can trap much smaller particles than your standard filter bacteria, mold, fine dust.
And they mentioned UV lights.
UVC germicidal lamps. They often go inside the system and use ultraviolet light to zap microorganisms like mold and bacteria as the air passes by. Kills them or makes them unable to reproduce.
Interesting.
And finally, especially for Houston, whole house dehumidifiers. They integrate with your HVAC to pull excess moisture out of the air system-wide, making it harder for mold to grow in the first place.
So these solutions tackle the pollutants directly or deal with the conditions that help them thrive.
Pretty much. Removing them, trapping them, killing them, or controlling the humidity.
It really sounds like paying attention to IAQ is more than just comfort. It's really an investment in your family's health.
That's a great way to put it. And your home's health, too, considering the HVAC system. The takeaway really is don't wait until you have problems.
Be proactive.
Exactly. Being proactive about the air you breathe every single day is just fundamental for a healthier home environment.
Right. So if you're listening in the Cypress area or anywhere around Greater Houston and you're thinking about this, the source material suggests reaching out.
Yeah, they mentioned Mr. Cool AC and Heating has been around since 1979, so they likely know Houston's specific challenges well.
It's a long time. The source says you can contact their team for a consultation about your specific situation.
Seems like a good starting point if you have concerns.
It does. So according to the info we have, you can give them a call at 281-859-7937.
281-859-7937.
Or shoot an email to mrcoolair@gmail.com. Definitely something to think about for the air inside your own space.